Hi everyone, this is Joanne here. Welcome to my channel and thank you for being here. And this is an unusual one for me as I always tend to do videos and chat about healing and send healing. And this is actually no different because we're going to be chatting briefly about the importance of the energy of the Lion's Gate, which is actually upon us now until the 12th of August is the most potent time, 2025. And I'm going to ask the cards to give us some further information that can actually help us during this fantastic time of high energy. And the Lion's Gate, from my understanding, is a time of huge astrological significance that comes once a year. And the peak time is the 8th of August. And we're now at the end of July. So we're building up to it. But this time, from the 28th of July until the 12th of August, is an amazing time for creating anything that you desire, whether it is to do with yourself, projects, family, relationships, more on a spiritual level, because the veil between the worlds is very thin, which means we have access to more energy for our manifestation. This is a fantastic time for manifestation, for abundance, and for consciousness, for changing our consciousness onto another level. Because with this energy coming in, it comes in on what is called light codes. And I meditated before doing this video, and I asked for some messages about the Lion's Gate for us all. And I had this wonderful image of all of us standing there, we're just standing passively, and these beautiful rays of light and light codes were just flooding in. They were just coming in, whether people are aware of it or not. And being aware of it makes it much more potent for us. And these light codes affect our consciousness and start changing the very cells, the very light codes of our body. And to use this time in a positive way is the best thing we can all do because it'll carry us forward on our path. So when I was meditating, the other thing that I heard the words builders of dreams. So we are all builders of dreams and we live in a dream time because all the timelines that we've ever known from our past 10, 20, 25 years ago and more, past lives, other lives, all these timelines right now are somehow converging. They're all converging. So if you're going through a period of feeling confused or seeing suddenly people from the past or any event from the past popping up into your memory, having dreams about the past, having strange dreams, this is all part of this potent energy container at the moment. And it's very, very exciting for us, very exciting because the energy of the world has shifted hugely over the last few years and more. It's also distressing, as in the wars that are taking place. And somehow we need to rise up and look at everything from a bigger picture perspective to make sense for ourselves in order to have inner peace, because it's so easy to get caught up in ordinary everyday life, the news, what's going on, what's happening, the sadness, the despair. It's not easy. So this time of very powerful energy is a really, really fantastic time to tune in, to meditate, to take time out for yourself, even if it's on a holiday, going away, walking in nature, just taking time to breathe and feeling yourself, feeling who you are in relationship to you, Mother Earth, the stars, other people, and perhaps what is your dream? What is your dream that you've been trying to put out there? It may be something small, it may be something big, but this is a time where we can create this. So, the other, what else was there in my meditation? Yes, when I was asking what to say, I saw all of us individually, in this beautiful garden. And they were saying that there's abundance all around right now, abundance to grow. So this is a fantastic time of abundance, and act as if it's actually here. It's actually here. You've got it. And intention setting is very important for manifestation. And what I found is the last couple of weeks, actually, especially, I just have to think of somebody that I haven't seen for a long time and they'll contact me. Much more powerful than it's ever been before. So, your intentions and what you put out there right now is incredibly powerful. So, I've shuffled the cards and I'd like you to tune in with me wherever you are in the world. And I'm asking for high vibration, energy, information, messages for us all for the Lionsgate portal and August. What do we need to know that will help us? And with the cards, when it's ready, it jumps out. So this is for messages for you for the Lionsgate portal. And out it starts coming. We've got the Lovers. Got the Lovers. Any messages? Here we come. Messages for the Lionsgate portal. The Lionsgate portal. I will tell you as we go along. The Lionsgate portal. The Lionsgate portal. Lionsgate portal. Wonderful. There we are. Got 9, and it's interesting that 9 have come out, and then I felt that was complete for now, because in numerology, I do numerology, and 9, it's actually just reminded me, I forgot to mention that. In numerology, we all go through 9-year cycles. So when we come to the 9, that's completing things, tying up loose ends, and then we start another cycle of going into the 1, the new beginnings. And it's really lovely because the first one that came out is the Lovers, which is a number 6 on here. And so the first message is that from June, the energies were building up. So try to remember what you were doing in June, and also 6 years ago is important. What were you doing 6 years ago? What thoughts, what did you want to create? And the Lovers is a major card. And a lot of it is about choices and decisions. So this is a really potent time for any decisions you need to make, and not just with yourself, but with other people, with a close person, a friend, a loved one, an animal, anyone, even in spirit, a departed being that you are in connection with, that you still love. Very, very important time to create and decide, because although we need time on our own, this creative time of the Lionsgate is very much about coming out of ourselves and connecting with others, communities, anything that we feel comfortable with, because we've had enough time, they're saying, of being on our own, being the hermit. Now it's time to connect and share our light with the world. And the next one is the 3 of Pentacles, the 3, which is very much security, your foundation, and your home on an ordinary practical level. What needs to be done in your home? Is there anything that needs to be cleared out, decluttered? Do you need to do things up to feel good? Because our body, we embody ourselves. Our body is important to keep healthy. Our home is just as important to keep healthy. So what is it about our home that needs doing? And the number 3, the Holy Trinity, body, mind, and spirit. And here we come to the 8 of Swords, which you can see the person feeling tied down. The 8 of Swords is very much talking about a karmic test that you've been through. And if you have felt tied down, especially in the last 8 months or 8 years, it's coming to an end. That's the wonderful news. It's coming to an end. And if you can see here, the swords are there. and the rope around the stomach are not actually tied up. She can actually walk away, she or he. So you can walk away from this now, whatever the burdens were, whatever you felt was holding you back, whether it was yourself, relationships, family, colleagues, in-laws, anything, culture. You can walk away from this. And I'm seeing an image of a mountain, talking about a mountain that is important. It could be from a past life, because I feel the past lives are coming in now to be cleared and released. And also your gifts from past lives are coming back to open up within the light inside you. And many of you now, I see the mountain of the ancient knowledge that you are opening up to now. So in your meditation, or when you walk, or in your time of contemplation, think about, visualize a mountain and ask, what significance does this mountain have for me? So this is coming to an end, this feeling of being tied down, and this feeling of, are my problems, are they ever going to come to an end? Will anything ever change? And yes, it will, because this is very much also the karmic burden of the world, everything we're seeing, because there's a breakdown. And now, from the breakdown, we as sovereign beings are going to be more powerful in dealing with what's happening, because the old order, as we know, is breaking down. The new is building, and we are all individually and collectively part of that. And there you go. From the Eight of Swords, which was not being able to move forward at all on your life's journey, the karma, which is falling away. Here we've got the Knight of Cups. And in this Lionsgate reading, the Knight of Cups is following your dreams and opening up to your heart, because everything now going forward and the next 8 years in the evolution of Earth and Earth's journey is very, very important, because all of us collectively as a race are opening up to the heart's energy, which is not simply just the heart chakra. It's more than that. Our heart's energy is collectively aligning with the stars, whatever that means for you. I'm not going to talk about that now, but the star beings, the light codes coming in, we're walking towards that. So allow your heart and the energies coming through your heart that are growing to connect, and allow the dreams, your dreams, to take hold. And your dreams may be something that you've held from childhood, or you've had families or been working and haven't had time, but it's been seeded very much within you and it's there. And allow it to come up, because you are going to move forward. Don't let anyone or anything deter you from this path. And the other thing that's coming is that the voices of the animal kingdom are very powerful right now, and they're opening up. So if you feel connected to the animal kingdom, it's important for you to be part of that, because the animal kingdom is opening up to help us all. This time right now, they are rising up spiritually and energetically to help mankind. And now we've got the Four of Wands, and this is lovely. It's a time of celebration, a time of celebration. And we're in that time of spring and summer, of high energy. And it's encouraging you to celebrate, to do something that feels good for you, whether it's ceremony, whether it's ritual, whether it's going on holiday and going back to places that you loved as a child, that you went to with families or with your loved ones, or friends, family, children, husbands, partners. Go back to those places and explore. And I'm seeing the sacred, sacred stones, places that held meaning, and especially places with lovely landscape that means a lot to you and will mean a lot. The rugged landscape, Scotland, Ireland, places all over the world that hold a lot of spiritual significance, because the earth is opening up right now, and the energy is rising to connect with the stars because there is this huge alignment of universal, of the universal strength for all of us right now. And looking at these two together, we've got the Five of Cups, which is very good right now because that is all your sadness, all your depression, all the trauma from the past and past lives and other lives that you're letting go of, because you can see two of the cups are upright, and you've been asked to turn around, leave all that behind, because that's all falling away from your cells. Leave all that behind to turn around and walk towards the light. And it is as easy as that. And because of the energy of the Lion's Gate, we now have the access, the power to release so much negativity that's been holding us back. And as humans, we've built up a lot of anxiety, depression, and trauma through no fault of our own. But living this life on earth, when we came in here, it's not easy. All the trials and tribulations of being part of a culture, being part of a family, being held back. And here it's falling away. Not all of it, of course, but enough of it to free you up to go into this wonderful portal of light. And then here, this is you, this is us, each person, the King of Pentacles, who is very practical, very grounded. So you're becoming more grounded in yourself. We all need to be grounded in ourselves in order to access the higher planes. It's no good just being in our mind and consciousness and floating around. We have to be grounded, practical, to be able to have the strength to do the work we need to do, whether it's for ourselves, community, in our work, helping others, because groundedness means strength and courage. And it means our bodies need to hold the light of the earth and the stars to do what we need to do without floating off or without feeling overwhelmed. So this groundedness is bringing in the strength to deal with the overwhelm, because the overwhelm makes us feel impotent. And this is a time of huge potency. And then actually with the King, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got this wonderful balance of male, female in human form, animal form, star form. This wonderful balance on earth that we need in order to build the new earth, because they're showing me the cracks of the earth and the disruption of the core and the earthquakes and the sea as well. So the earth is going to be heard very much coming in over the next 8 months and 8 years, and there will be earth shifts. And so we have to be very strong and grounded, and we will be. And the Lion's Gate this year, they're telling me, is more important than other years because it is pushing us to activate what is within us to help the earth to go forward into what we call the new age and the new phase. So 2025, it's very exciting for us to be here and to listen to the messages of the earth. And they're saying whenever you can to go out onto lovely landscapes, wherever you feel comfortable, sacred sites, because the sacredness and the power is ignited right now. And the last card that came out in the 9 cards is wonderful. It is the card of victory. As you can see on the horse going forward, it's the card of victory, victory for all of us. And I'm also getting the message that it's a victory for not just humans, but hybrids, aliens. That word came to my head. So we are actually, as light beings, we are becoming hybrids in some way to go forward and do the work for Mother Earth and for the stars and for everyone here who may be earthbound um, starbound. There is a connection between us all, and there are beings among us who are hybrids between Earth and the stars. And that light is being activated. You may be one of them. We all may be one of them. We don't know. And it's not important. What is important to know that now is the time to act authentically, to be who you are, to have the courage to know that this is the time to go forward. And with this is again a number six, and six is to do with peace, peace on earth, peace within yourself, peace and harmony and beauty. And the next 6 weeks, you are gathering up this energy within you. The light is coming in. The next 6 months, 6 to 8 years, very, very important time. So I'm just going to ask and see, is there one more message, one more card that needs to come out for all of us collectively? Is there anything else, or is that the message? Anything else? No, that is the message. And then I've chosen an oracle card, and it's one of my favorite oracle. In fact, it is my favorite one. Denise Lynn, Sacred Destiny. Something incredibly spiritual about this pack, and the art is out of this world. And I chose it before, and one of the cards in there I saw is Gateway, and I thought, wouldn't that be interesting if that came up? Because this is a gateway. But you know, something else came up that was even more auspicious, and it flew out when I asked. It just flew out actually onto the floor, into the sky, and it was power. And how wonderful for all of us, because this is our power. And if you can see, there's mountains, there's lightning, there's thunder, and the mountains is being grounded, the power of the earth is awakening. We are part of the earth. So we are awakening as the stars are awakening, coming down to us, and the two of us are meeting in this synergy. And lightning are the powerful light codes coming in absolutely this year. And the thunder is our power, that power within us, that drumming. It's like the tribal drumming. If you have a drum, bring it out, the shamanic energy. So all the energies of everything, the shamanic energy, the star energies, the star beings, as I say, all the timelines are meeting now on this Lion's Gate. And I feel this incredible potent time. I personally don't work with astrology very much, only certain times of the year, and the Lion's Gate is one of them. And as I say, I work with numbers, and I call it number code frequencies because of the new energy of the numbers and numerology. And the 8th, of course, and the 8th of the 8th, the 8th of August, incredible potent time because it's double the number 8. And 8 is the number of power. Here we have power. Power, success in the world and beyond. So the message here is that we have the power, especially over this Lion's Gate until the 12th, especially, and then August going forward. We have the power to open up to our higher consciousness, our higher light being, but in a grounded way where we don't just leave people around us and float off. In a grounded way, we deal with what needs dealing with, and it will be easier. And we have the power in us, this incredible power to use to go forward, and especially to create, to use our intention to create, to manifest. Our manifestation powers are at an all-time high over the Lion's Gate. So it can be simple. You can just sit, use your intention to call out what you wish. You can light a candle. You can bring in some leaves, flowers, trees from nature. You can go out into nature, sit under a tree. You can bring in the stones. You can call in the light beings, whatever you feel called to do, because the cells within you, the light codes, are lighting up. The gifts within you, every single one of us have gifts, and this is what is falling away. Being tied down is falling away because the power within you has arisen. The 6 and the 6 of the lovers, the gifts between people, the relationships between people and community, heart to heart. It's all about the heart. So I hope you found this useful. I love this time. I would be delighted if you put some comments in the chat. Any questions, comments, I would answer, and subscribe to my channel would be lovely. Have a fantastic light-filled lion skate, and I will see you on the next video. Love to you all.